Hello. Welcome to the weekly energy show, Inklings with Irena. Wonderful to have you today as I connect you and I help guide you to connect to your intuitive guidance system. Today we are talking about the one hand gesture that's going to help you melt those roadblocks of fear and grief. And if we haven't met yet, by the way, my name is Irena Miller. I'm an intuitive energy coach and I've been guiding women for over 20 years on just how to do this. Melt those energetic blocks, whether it's on a physical level through yoga or a energetic level through crystals and energy healing like Reiki, or a mental level, right, with affirmations and different mantras that we can use, or even just in everyday life where these blocks come up. How do we release them? That's what we're going to get into today. So if you're watching with me live, drop a hashtag live in the comments or a hashtag replay. I love to know where you're watching from. And because I'm outside, I love being outside around the trees. It's so calming. Let me know where you're watching from today. It's always fun as we connect around the world to know who's on, who are we connecting with. Okay, so let's jump into this hand gesture because this really addresses three very important topics or pieces. When we think of creating an energetic clearing, right, these roadblocks we run into of fear, of grief, of feeling isolated and alone, what yogis have known for a long time, and energy workers as well, is that we have this beautiful connection to source, to the heavens above and to the earth beneath. Hello, Sonia. So great to have you here with us. So as you take a moment just to imagine a beautiful column of light running through the very core of your body from the center of the heavens above down to the earth, this is a way for you to really anchor and ground. Now, along that beautiful main energetic channel, we can run into different energetic blocks. The first one has to do with the first and second energy centers, the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana chakra, a little techno babble there. But what does that really translate to for us? Ask yourself, where are you giving your power away? Now, maybe you've heard of this as white coat syndrome, like when you go to see the doctor or the lawyer and you say, okay, they're the expert, they know best, and we kind of shut down our instincts. That would be an example of where you're giving your power away. So just to take note of that, because that is an area of the first block, that block of fear, not having enough, not having our basic needs met, food and shelter. Now, the next question I want you to start into is, where are you reacting out of fear? When we have to make choices, this energy block that sometimes pops up is between the third chakra, Manipura, and the heart, Anahata. And this comes into play with exerting our willpower and yet following our heart, not reacting out of fear because everybody else is doing it. We feel we have to hustle harder, get to that last donut before it disappears. But we can run into those energetic blocks there. Now, the final place where the blocks can show up is a block between the throat and the third eye, Vishuddha and Anjana chakra. It's a place of creative self-expression where we can step back and see the big picture. We can see how everything starts to fit together like a puzzle piece. Picture yourself in a Monet painting. When you're too close, all you see are those tiny little brush strokes. You need to step back to see the bigger vision. You need to have that ability to visualize and not be held back by old beliefs or old tribal beliefs, but to see the way everything is woven together. So ask yourself, where have you been feeling alone or isolated? Because this is going to help create a shift, this hand gesture that I'm going to share with you. And this particular hand gesture, when we do it, you can physically move it along this main energetic column of your body to create the releases of those places where you give your power away, those places where you react out of fear, or those places where you just can't see and you're feeling isolated and alone. So the way to do the hand gesture is you interlace your fingers. And when you interlace your fingers, do it so the left thumb is on top. And you bring the fingers wrapping round. Now, from this point, take your thumb and index fingers and create a little circle so it looks like a beautiful Celtic knot. And then you can just hold the hands like so. So you have this beautiful interweaving of the fingers and the thumb and index finger come together to touch. Now at this point, if you've been feeling like you've been giving your power away to the experts for too long and you've lost sight of who you are, just bring it towards the lower belly area. If you feel like you've been running into a place of just reacting out of fear, out of heartache, bring your hands up more towards the base of the heart, the base of the breastbone. And if you feel like you just haven't been able to see the bigger picture, you're isolated, you're alone, bring your hands up towards the throat, or if you even feel towards the third eye area, whatever feels more natural to you, go for it. And we're going to take a few breaths here because these hand gestures, it's a mudra, M as in mom, U-D-R-A, is a way to shape our body so that as the energy pours through, it evokes a particular experience. Just like the instrument of a seal, that you might place on hot wax, and it takes the impression of the seal or the wax that's left behind the seal itself. That's the same thing with this hand gesture, this seal, a mudra. We're taking the shape to create a release of the blocked energy so you can move forward and really, really enjoy yourself with great freedom, liberation, that wonderful, wonderful path of Jivamukti. So last deep breath. And release the hands, and you can shake them out. So thank you so much for joining me. It's easy, easy peasy to do these hand gestures. Hello, Neetu, so wonderful to have you. And Murphy, fantastic to have you live. So let me know if you have ever done yoga hand gestures before. Like some of you might know Anjali, some might know Jin Mudra for wisdom. Drop it in the comments below if mudras are a part of your practice. Otherwise, click on the link above to grab my energy clearing meditation to help you release the distractions and clear the energetic pathway so you find freedom and you find your pathway to home. All right, Michelle, fantastic to have you. Sonia, I'm so glad you loved this, and I'm so glad you're excited to do this. Bring it up during the day when you feel blocks, those roadblocks, and it's fun to watch how it shifts. Thank you. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Mwah! And make sure you click on the link so that you catch that wonderful energy clearing meditation while it's still there. Bye, guys.